Hi there, this is Anna Newborg, Director at the Wilkinsburg Public Library, and today we're going to be looking at a presentation on recognizing and avoiding coronavirus scams because there are a lot out there, and some of them are very sophisticated and really can trick you regardless of how technologically savvy you might think you are. So let's get started. Okay, so let's take a look at phone scams first. So, one of the most important things to remember is don't answer calls from phone numbers you don't recognize. If it's an important call, the caller can leave a message. So, if you see a phone number you don't recognize pop up on your phone, it's perfectly fine and acceptable to not answer the call and send it to voicemail. That way, you have a chance to listen to the voicemail and critically evaluate what the message is about. Some examples of coronavirus related phone scams that are going around right now are companies offering you health insurance, companies offering you work from home opportunities, a caller claiming to be from the IRS or the government who tells you they need your information to process your stimulus check, and companies offering at home test kits. If you have received what you believe to be a phone scam, please report it to donotcall.gov. Okay, let's continue with phone scams. Now, just remember that just because they leave a voicemail doesn't mean it's a legitimate call. Scammers can leave voicemails just like anyone else. Um, Always research any information you receive in a voicemail before you return the call. Let's take a look at some examples of voicemail scams. Now, one scam going around right now is health insurance scam. A lot of people have lost their health insurance due to losing their job or not being able to afford health insurance anymore. And scammers recognize this, and they're going to try to get you to give them your money and or your information by scamming you into getting fake health insurance. So let's take a look at this example.
Due to the national health crisis pandemic, we are now offering a special enrollment in your area. If you're 64 and under, please press 0 to speak with a licensed healthcare agent to secure your health insurance plan today. If you believe we reached you in error, please press 9 to prevent future calls.
Okay, now did you see at the end where they said, please press 9 to prevent future calls? This is another scam. They want you to press 9 so that you can be connected with one of the people at their call center, and so that they can try to trick you into paying for this bogus health insurance. Another scam that is going around is the at-home test kit scam. As of this recording, there are no at-home test kits available to anyone in the United States. So if you receive a call like this, you should know automatically it's a scam. Let's listen to this example.
The coronavirus has caused the U.S. to declare a national emergency. The Families First Coronavirus Response Act has made coronavirus testing more accessible immediately. If you want to receive a free testing kit delivered overnight to your home, press 1. If you do not want your free testing, press 2.
Okay, so again, don't press any buttons that they ask you to press. Don't engage with them in any way. Ignore the call and report it to donotcall.gov. Okay, so next we're going to look at email scams. Email scams have been around since email was invented, and I'm sure many of you have encountered email scams before. Today we're going to look at 4 of the most prominent email scams related to the coronavirus right now. There certainly are others. So this is by no means an exhaustive list of examples of email scams that you might encounter. So the first email scam you might encounter is what's known as phishing. Phishing emails will often appear at face value to come from a company or entity that is familiar to you, such as your bank or the IRS. So you might get an email that looks like it's from your bank, or looks like it's from the IRS, or looks like it's from, the World Health Organization or the Centers for Disease Control. Scammers, are very, very good at making their email look official when it's not. So just always be very wary of any emails you get from what looks like an official entity, especially if they're asking you to give them personal information, or click on a link, or send them money, anything that just doesn't seem right to you. The next example is fake charities. Scammers will use your goodwill and generosity to take your money. Beware of emails asking for donations, especially via wire transfer, bitcoins, or gift cards. We all want to help out in a time like this, and we all want to do what we can for each other. And scammers certainly recognize this, and they will try to trick you into giving away your money to a fake charity. Be especially aware of emails trying to solicit donations, as we said, in the form of bitcoins, gift cards, or wire transfers. Chances are this is a scam if they're asking you to do this. The next example of a scam is undelivered goods. Scammers will say they are holding undelivered goods for you and they need your information to complete delivery. So you might get an email that looks like it's from FedEx, that says, we have this package waiting for you, or the vital supplies you ordered are here, or your free at-home test kit is waiting for you. Click on this link, give us your information, and we'll deliver this package. That's a scam. Probably a lot of us are ordering things online now, and it can be hard to keep track. But just be sure that if you do receive an email for undelivered goods, you make sure that's legitimate. If it looks like it's from FedEx or the U.S. Postal Service or Amazon or what have you, contact those companies and make sure that that email came from them, because there's a very good chance that email did not come from them. The next scam that we're going to look at that's going around is secret knowledge. Scammers will try to convince you they have special access to cures or supplies, or information if you only pay them. So scammers might say, hey, we have this secret cure, or we have this secret information about the coronavirus, but you need to pay us in order to get this information. That's always going to be a scam. Don't click on anything in an email like that, and certainly don't believe the information that they're giving you. All right, so let's take a look at some specific examples of some of the email scams we were talking about. I know these might be hard to see on your screen, so I'll try to describe them as best I can. The first example is a phishing, and you'll remember that is a email that looks like it comes from an official entity that is trying to get you to click on a link or send your information or something like that. In this particular example, we're looking at an email that purports to be from the World Health Organization. Now, how are we able to tell this is a scam? One way is there's a lot of misspellings. There's a lot of grammatical errors as well in this email, and it purports to be from a doctor that's working with the Wuhan Virus Advisory. That's not an actual organization. All it takes is a simple Google search to find that out. So if you do get a phishing email, make sure you research it. If you can't tell right away that it's a fake, just do a little Google searching, and you should be able to find out pretty quickly if the information in that email is accurate and came from that particular entity. Next, we're going to look at a fake charity email. Now, this charity email, again, has misspellings and typing errors. It's not a very professional document. And also, as we mentioned, it's asking for payment through Bitcoin. The reason that's asking payment through Bitcoin is because Bitcoin's not really regulated, and it's hard to get your money back once you've converted it to Bitcoin and given it to someone. So again, you can ignore this email. It's a scam. Okay, so next we're going to look at an undeliverable goods scam email. This email is from the Canada Post, and it's letting the email recipient know there's a package waiting for delivery. Please confirm the payment by clicking the link below. And it's also saying that the verification needs to be done within 14 days before it expires. Now, how do we know that it's a scam? There's really no specifics about the package. They don't give you an order number that you can track. Nothing like that. And it's also telling you to act fast. It does this, lots of scam emails will do this act fast ploy to try and get you to click on a link or give your information before you actually think about it, because what you're thinking to yourself is, oh no, I better take care of this right now, or else something bad is going to happen. Again, this is a really common ploy in scam emails. Don't fall for it. Next is a secret knowledge email. And one of the ways we can tell it's a scam email is because the email address looks funny, or it's from a suspicious looking organization or person. And it's also trying to make you feel special. It's saying, we are going to give you an exclusive group of people this information if only you'll act now, if only you'll click on this link and give us your money and information. So it's trying to make you feel as if you'll be a part of an exclusive set of people who get this information about the coronavirus, when really they're just trying to scam you and get your information and your money. Okay, next we're going to take a look at text message scams. In a lot of ways, text message scams are similar to email scams, in that they'll try to get you to click on a link or donate money or other various similar things. Let's take a look at a few examples of text message scams you might encounter. So one of them is offers of money. Offers of money can be tempting, especially now when so many of us are struggling. If it seems too good to be true, it is. So as you can see in this text message, this person was sent a text message offering $1,000 to help through the crisis, and is trying to get that person to click on a link. If you get a text message like this, block the number on your phone. Don't respond in any way, even if the text message says something like, type stop or something similar. Don't respond in any way. The next one is a little bit hard to see, but I'll explain it. It's a text message offering needed supplies. Scammers will try to offer you hard to find supplies. Again, if it sounds too good to be true, it is. So in this text message, we see a scammer trying to offer someone face masks. You might get other text messages that are similar, offering, things that have been hard to come by lately, toilet paper, hand sanitizer, things like that. Again, just ignore those messages. Offers of testing. We saw this with the email scams. Right now, testing is mostly available to those who are showing symptoms and or have an order from a doctor. You cannot simply show up somewhere and get tested if the above doesn't apply. So if you receive a text message offering you testing or telling you to click on a link or call a certain number to get tested, just ignore that text message. It's trying to scam you into clicking on a link. Okay, so finally we're going to look at social media scams. Social media scams related to the coronavirus are really popping up on every platform, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Twitter, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. You'll probably encounter a scam at one point or another. The thing about social media scams is that you might get information, a post share from someone that you trust, maybe a family member or something like that. That doesn't mean you should automatically trust it. Whether well-meaning or not, you will see lots of misinformation, not just from scammers, but possibly from family and friends. So always do your research before you trust a social media post, even if it is shared by someone you trust. Okay, so let's take a look at two examples of social media misinformation and scams. The first one is a Facebook post, um, and it is basically peddling a conspiracy theory about the origins of the coronavirus. A lot of us have seen this in one form or another. Um, Before you believe anything you see on Facebook or any other social media platform related to the coronavirus, you should always research it a little bit um, by going to either the Centers for Disease Control website, your local health department website, the World Health Organization website. Those are resources you can trust in regards to the coronavirus. So be very wary about anything you might see on Facebook regarding the coronavirus, its origins, how to treat it, anything like that. The second example is a Twitter post promoting homeopathy for prevention of coronavirus infections. So again, this is trying to get you to click on a link to give over your information and or money for coronavirus treatment and or prevention. This may seem tempting to click, but don't do it because it's a scam. Again, refer to trusted resources regarding coronavirus. So finally, let's look at this helpful infographic I got from FTC.gov. That's the Federal Trade Commission. Three questions you can ask yourself when you encounter any information, whether it's via phone call, whether it's text message, social media, email. Three questions you should ask yourself. The first is who is this message from? Then ask yourself, what do they want you to do? Then finally, what evidence supports this message? So you're asking yourself, who is this message from? Is it from a trusted source? What do they want you to do? Are they asking for money? Are they asking for your information? Are they asking you to click on a link? Are they telling you to act fast? If they're doing any of these things, it's probably a scam and should be ignored. And what evidence supports the message? So you may, as we just saw, you may encounter information about the origins of the coronavirus or treatment or prevention. Make sure you look up, do some research yourself into what evidence supports the message that you're reading. So if you ask yourself these three questions, then you should be able to identify whether or not you're seeing a scam or not. And it's important to keep in mind that scammers are getting more and more sophisticated. It's not always obvious that something is a scam right off the bat. So you really need to do some research. And to a certain extent, you need to trust your gut. A personal example I can give is that a friend of mine sent me a screenshot of an email message she received from the company she had filed her taxes with last year. And that email message basically said, your $1,200 stimulus check is waiting for you. We just need you to verify some information. And honestly, on the face of it, I could not tell, whether or not it was a scam. Nothing looked out of place except my gut was telling me this is a scam. From all the information I heard about the stimulus checks and things like that, it just did not seem right to me. So I told my friend to contact the tax company and say, hey, I got this email. Is it really from you guys? And of course, it turned out that it wasn't from them. So always do your due diligence and always do your research and like I said, to a certain extent, trust your gut. If it sounds too good to be true, or if it just seems off, it's probably a scam.